Hello, Desiree. Oh, you're on mute still. Who do we got here? Oh, Desiree's coming back in. Oh, is Desiree in too? Okay, I see what's happening. Hey. Hey, Son. Hey, Crystal. Lisa. Desiree,
Hi.
I'm so happy to see you.
I'm
Are you
happy to
on?
see you too.
Are you on both of these right now? Are you on two cameras or is somebody else also Desiree?
Only on one. Oh, it's my note taker.
Oh, okay, got it.
So this is,
So
I can
cool.
take it out if you want me to.
No, it's totally fine. You can take notes.
Automatically joins. Thank you.
Love that. Okay, we'll give it another minute. Hey, Nicole.
Hey,
I am so happy you're here.
I'm happy to be here. How are you?
I am ecstatic. I'm glowing. This is going to be such a fun night. I'm giving away some money. So
Woo!
we're gonna, yes, it's gonna be so much fun. So excited. And before we, I mean, just want everyone to get in here before we start. And I know once I share my screen, I'm not really going to be paying attention to anybody trying to get in here. How is everybody feeling?
Good.
Incredible.
Good.
What's everybody's intention for this call? What's something you guys want to get out of tonight?
Money. No, I'm kidding.
You want to win the money? Yes, let's do it. That's why I couldn't say on my Instagram story that I was giving away money. We'd have way too many people in here and I would be giving away too much money.
I was joking.
It's okay. All right, let's see. All right, we'll give it one more minute. Well, I am feeling incredible. The topic of tonight is the shift, rewiring your mind to upgrade your life. And I'm guessing that everybody in here is so ready to do that.
100%. Yes.
I'm going to start sharing my screen. If anybody else tries to come in, oh, here we got Nicole. There we go. Yes. Do you guys all see my screen, the shift?
Yes, we can see it. I can see it.
Okay, amazing. At any point, these are the rules. At any point that anybody has a question, interrupt me because I can't really see you guys. Okay?
Mhm.
All right, let's
Okay.
go. Okay, so the shift, rewiring your mind. So excited about this. Before we begin, I just want to let you guys all know that I finally started the membership to Journey with VRD, and I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about it before we get in. Vivian's Secret Society, where we'll have two calls just like this a month. The first Monday of every month and the last Monday of every month, they're recorded and they're going to be sent to everybody who is a member. And you guys get to ask me your burning manifestation questions. You'll have access to our secret society group chat where you could ask any single manifestation question that you have, and I will be on there Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So when anything comes up, we're here to support you, be with you. And then there's going to be surprise manifestation challenges and giveaways. Plus, all throughout the membership, like we just did a manifest money recording. That's going to go in there. So members really get access to every single one of my programs. They could join the podcast live, watch us perform live, doing the podcast. So much fun, so many giveaways. And then if you sign up while you're on this call, you will get a free session with me. Yes, you'll receive a free 60-minute one-on-one private manifestation session with me. And if you're already in a program with me, you'll just get it added to your program. So you get a lot of things. If you do sign up while you're on the call, just let me know so that I could set it up. Should I stick the URL in the chat?
Yes. Does the membership run for a certain period of time or just as long as we stay in it?
As long as you say in it, and it's monthly. I'm going to stop the share so I could copy and paste it. It's
Okay.
monthly. So if you're like, oh, I just want to be in it 1 month, but in order to utilize your free session, you have to be in the membership. You can't sign up for the membership and then not be in it and get the free month, which makes sense. So I just added it to the chat. Okay, I'm going to go back to sharing my screen, but I wanted to share because I was so excited. And in here, you'll be able to win so much more stuff um, other than free sessions. We'll have like access to some of the events I'm having. I'll auction like for the 6-week course that we're doing, the Mastermind on Manifestation. Like we're going to give away a spot. So this is really all about abundance and manifesting and getting into your most like aligned place where everything starts working out for you, where everybody's celebrating you, where you feel like a winner because everybody's always going to be winning things. So it's a lot of fun. So I just want to start this out with my most exciting thing that I've been working on. Thank you. So why are you here? You're here because you're meant for more, but you're not there yet, right? Like you guys all know that like maybe when you guys were little, you always thought life was going to be a certain way or you'd have certain things. But for some reason, you're not there yet or you don't have those things. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Okay. So tonight is a night where everything changes because I'm going to give you that exact formula to quantum leap into the reality where you wake up to the life that you love. Why? Because you intentionally created it. I don't know who here saw my story today, but I woke up today like, this is my life. I looked around my new apartment and I was like, I get to have this terrace. I get to be with the love of my life. I get to be with my dog. I get to have a job that I'm obsessed with. And I'm like, I remember there was days where I was like, what the heck? Why am I going to 9 to 5 that I don't like? Why am I having friends that just don't align? Why am I not on a yacht with my best friends doing the things that I love? Like, why am I here? And then it all changed for me, and I'm going to teach you how it did. So first things first, there's 3 formulas that you must know. First formula is that your thoughts plus your feelings equals your actions. Let me break it down for you and tell you a little bit more about why that works. You have a thought, right? And I use this in the book club right before this. So if you're in the book club, just let it really sink in. You have a thought that like you're fat, right? I don't like the way I look. So you're going to feel really shitty. And when you feel really shitty, you do really shitty things. Like think about once you break your diet and you're like, F this, I'm just going to go eat another cookie, right? And then you identify with that identity of being fat. And then that just becomes who you are. And so your thoughts and your feelings plus your actions equals your personality. You become the fat girl, the broke girl, the girl that can never do anything that she really wants, the girl that has these limits, the girls that never wins. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I can't
For
see you
sure.
guys.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes.
So say yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So your personality equals your personal reality because now that you're the fat girl, just taking this example, that becomes your personal reality. Every single time you look in the mirror, you have body dysmorphia. You're like, I'm just fat. And I can't do this and it becomes your whole freaking identity. So your personal reality equals your personality equals your personal reality. That's who you become. You're the depressed girl. You're the this girl. You're the girl who always has whatever. So knowing those 3 formulas, we have to talk about your personal reality. Your personal reality is who you are, your identity. And if you want to up level, if you want to have all the things that you've been hoping for, dreaming of, praying for, then you have to shift who you're being by shifting your thoughts, feelings, and actions, right? We are human beings. We're not human doings, right? It's not like, let me do more. Instead, we're shifting what we're already being. Right? Instead of being the fat girl, maybe I'm going to be kind to myself. Maybe I'm going to shift the way I view myself. And I said an example before, like maybe instead of trying to fit into the size 0, I'm going to feel confident and sexy as fuck in a size 2. And that's okay because once I feel skinny, right? Once I start thinking I'm skinny, then I'm feeling my skinny, I'll act skinny and then I'll become the skinny girl. And then I'll fit into my size 0 jeans without all that gunk and stuff and mean words that I said to myself. Do you guys like see what I'm putting down here?
Yeah.
Making sense. So simply, just in simple words, if you change the way you think and feel, you're going to change your life. And it gets to be easy. It's not like this whole hard math equation formula, right? It's like just identify what thoughts are you having around the thing you want. How can I change the feeling around it? And then let me change how I'm acting around it. And you can't stay the same person while also wanting the things you don't have, right? If you want to be skinny, you can't stay the fat girl. If you want to be rich, you can't stay the broke girl. You have to shift your identity. And how do we shift our identity? Who wants to repeat it to me?
What do you think? What do you act?
Yeah.
Your thoughts,
Yep. The way
feelings,
you
and actions.
feelings and actions, the way you think, the way you feel, the way you act, because they all go hand in hand. It's a ripple effect. It's the trio. So, how do you change your life? 3 words, the quantum field. Have you guys heard of the quantum field before? Maybe you heard the 5th dimension.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So the 5th dimension is this place where every single possibility exists. So, for example, let's say you go for ice cream and you decide you really want the chocolate ice cream, but then you look down and you're wearing a white dress and you're like, what if I spill the chocolate on my dress? Then I'm going to have to go to a new store and buy one. Okay, so I'm not going to go get the chocolate. In that moment, you just created a reality where that version of you picks the chocolate and it spills on her dress. Then you say, maybe I'll get the strawberry. I do really like strawberry. But then you're like, but same thing. What if it spills? You just created a reality where that happens. And finally, you say, you know what? I'm going to get the vanilla because if it spills on me, I'm wearing white. It's the same color. Nobody will really know and it'll be fine. And that's the reality that you come to it with. Hey, Florence, just joined. All right. So that's the hi. So that's the reality that you chose, but there's these other realities that are coexisting. It's just not the one where your conscious awareness is tapped in. Your conscious awareness is tapped into the one now. However, if you were like, I wonder what another version of me is, all you have to do is imagine her, because anything you imagine happens. It just doesn't have to happen in the physical reality where your consciousness lives, in this reality, also known as the 3D. I know for some of you, this might be new, so just let me know if I need to slow down. Questions? Okay. So the quantum field is where everything exists. How do we get there, right? How do we get to the quantum field? How do we get to the 5th dimension? We have to be in the moment. We have to be in the present moment. What does that mean? How do you be in the present moment? Like I'm here. It means when you're not thinking about the future or the past and you're actually here, maybe you forget that you're even a body. This usually happens like when you're dancing or you're writing or you're in a state of flow, you're doing something creative. Sometimes when you're just taking a very nice, relaxing bath or getting a massage, you just forget that you are. That's when you're in a place of receiving, being open to all different possibilities that exist. And just a reminder, you are not your body. You have a body, right? Like we don't identify with our arm. We don't say like, I am my arm, right? That'd be so silly.
Right.
The same way, we don't need to identify with whatever we're going through right now because we aren't that. We are not our feelings. We're experiencing them. And just like in the quantum field where every single possibility exists, life is like a la carte buffet where you get to say like, okay, like not really liking the way I'm feeling right now. Let me choose something else. Easiest way to choose something else is just think of one thought that feels better than the one that you're feeling right now.
Get it?
Questions? Let's keep going. So the merger. Okay, how do we merge with the version of ourselves that we want to be? Right. Know who we're being now by, do you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I got a notification. So you are who you are now. We're aware of where we're at. We don't have the manifestation that we really want right now. How do we merge with the version of ourselves that is in the quantum field, that's in the 5th dimension, who has the thing that we want now? So to get to our manifestation, we have to embody the version of ourselves who already has a manifestation that we're now being drawn to. So on Monday, May 5th, which is the first Monday of May, I'm going to teach you how to pull that version from the quantum field into your physical reality. So if you want to be a part of that and do all of that quantum healing and all that fun juice, join the membership because it's included. Have any of you joined the membership so far to get your free session? No.
Yes, I joined.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
Krista. Okay, I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for us. Let's go. Okay. So there are a few factors you need to know. Only now exists. So don't even think about the past or future. Another example I gave in book club earlier today was when we wake up and we think of our problems, the first thing we think about is our problems or all the things we don't like. What we did is just took yesterday's things that weren't working and brought it into today. Think about like when something really annoying happened yesterday and now all of a sudden again you're still talking about it. You're still telling people about it. So all you're doing is getting stuck and trapped into past programming, which is preventing you from getting the thing that you're now manifesting. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So we can't do that. We can't think about the past as our truth. And we can't think about the future as our truth because both they're not now. So right now you get to choose who you want to be. So who do you want to be? I want you to write down in your journal right now, I am blank. I am a multi-millionaire. I am my own love of my life. I am the best friend, the best mother. Use the phrase I am and put your manifestation right after as if it already happened. Who are you decreeing and declaring to be right now? Because who you choose to be right now is going to be the ripple effect into who you are in the next moment. The choices you make today break up the pattern of who you were, right? You could be the broke girl yesterday, but today I'm the rich girl. How does the rich girl act? I'll tell you. You only have $8 in your bank account and you go to the grocery store and you really want blueberries, but the blueberries are $5.50 and you only have $8 in your account until X date. And so you said, maybe I'll go for the strawberries because the strawberries are $2.50, right? Let me tell you something. A couple dollars is not going to break in the bank, right? If you really want the blueberries and it's only a couple dollars more than the strawberries and you know that you will be so happy with the blueberries because it just nourishes your soul, that's what the rich girl version of you would do. She's going to treat herself because she knows that she's worthy and deserving of the blueberries. Whereas if she ate the strawberries the entire day, she's going to be like, I wish I got the blueberries, right? And then when we're in that rich girl energy, we become a magnet for rich girl stuff. So asking yourself every single day, from now on, like ask yourself in the morning, instead of bringing my problems in today, what is somebody, who do I want to embody right now? Who am I going to embody today? Who do I get to be today? I don't care about who I was yesterday. I don't care about who I'm being tomorrow. Who are you being today? Because when you get lost in the now, you enter the quantum field, right? When you start being what you want now, you enter the quantum field. Like I always say, a lot of manifestation coaches will tell you, visualize yourself with what you want, right? Nothing wrong with that. But what I find with every single one of my clients is they're like, yeah, so I was visualizing myself in the future, manifesting. And I'm like, great, let me tell you something. You're never going to have that thing. And they're like, why? Because the future doesn't exist right now. The only thing that exists is now. So if you manifest in the future, you're never going to align with that. You're never going to meet each other because the thing that you want is going to stay in the future and you're only going to ever be in the now. So really, when we decree and declare who you're being right now, that's how you manifest. When you see it right now, when you're journaling it and writing as if it already happened, because let me tell you something, the brain does not know the difference between what you make up, what it sees, even if it's a movie, and what actually happened. So if we write something or we see something, like let's say we're manifesting love, so we're watching movies of cheesy love, because that's the kind of love that we're calling in. Our brain thinks that it's actually happening to us. And so it actually synchronizes on a cellular and molecular level as if it's done. Make sense?
Yes.
So if you watch a movie, then it means it's happening?
So we have to be careful with what we don't just feed our bodies with food, we feed our minds with what we see and watch. So think about it like this. We talked about this a little in book club, but like, you know, if you are using all your energy to watch a very scary movie, chances are after that, you're not going to be ready to go do something fulfilling and rewarding. You'll be like, wow, I'm exhausted after that because you just use so much energy to be scared, right? Like where are you? And the same thing, like if you're watching a movie, if you're obsessed with like breakup movies, your brain actually thinks that this is, okay, so it's called mirror neurons, where your brain mirrors what it sees. So if you're sitting across from somebody and they're going like this to warm up, without you going like this, your body is going to start to heat up because your body doesn't know the difference between, or like if you watch a sad movie, why are you crying? Your logical mind knows that it's not happening to you, but your brain, the mirror neurons, is thinking it's actually happening to you, which is why you're crying. Or your brain might think, your logical brain says this isn't actually real, but the mirror neurons are firing as if it's actually happening, and that's why you're crying or that's why you're scared. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's take action. So I want you to write one thing that your soul is really craving right now. What's one thing you really want to manifest?
What just happened?
I'm just letting you write it down. Hey, Marcy.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, Michelle. I'm just seeing some of you who are in here as you guys are writing down your manifestations. Hey, Jane. I'm so happy you're here. Lawrence. Who else do I see?
Hi.
Hi. Oh my gosh, so many of you. Okay. Now I want you to make it into an I am statement. So, for example, I am a New York Times best-selling author, if that's what you're calling in. And just give me a yes once you have that down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I want you to read the statement and see what resisting and limiting beliefs is coming up. Like, what is the voice doubting you and telling you that you can't actually have this?
We should write it down.
Yeah, write it down. So, for example, like I am a New York bestselling author. Well, actually, I didn't even write a book yet. Or who would want to read my story? Like, what is all the insecurities that you have around the thing that your soul is craving right now that you want to manifest? You want to get there, but there's some limiting beliefs that are stopping, blocking, and slowing you down. What are those things? Just give me a yes, I got it once you guys have it, because I really want you guys to take the time.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
Nice. Yes. Okay. Now we're going to rewire and release it. So it's time to rise and prove that voice wrong. Prove your old self wrong. Like not the program that we're going to be running on anymore. So next to each doubt, I want you to list 3 reasons why it's wrong and you are actually already embodying this manifestation. Okay. So what this looks like is maybe a doubt around being a New York Times bestseller is that nobody would read my story. Well, actually, I love my story. Well, actually, I already started writing it, so I'm already in the process of becoming it. Well, actually, and list 3 reasons. So if you're like, let's say you are like, I'm the fat girl, and now you're like, okay, I want to be the skinny girl, but these are all the doubts. The new reasons why you're the skinny girl is because you work out. Is because you decide to be more kind to your body, because um you love your body. You think you're worthy and deserving enough to have it. Because what happens now is that when this insecurity or doubt comes up in your life, you are going to have the reasons why it's not true. You're going to be able to just shut that voice out because you're going to say, oh, yeah? The thing with affirmations, why don't affirmations work? Like people are like, well, I tell myself every single day that I'm a billionaire. But are you a billionaire? Like, did it work? No. Why not? Because you don't actually believe you are. And in order to manifest anything, you have to become the thing, right? We're no longer living in a world where, like, first you do really good in school, then you go to a great college and you meet a great person, and then you get married, and then you get a house, and then you have a picket fence, right? It's the opposite now, right? Now we choose who the heck we're going to be, and we become her. We become her by taking on the habits of the version of ourselves who already has it and doing it now. We merge. We merge with her. And then we might get imposter syndrome. So we got to rewire. We got to tell ourselves why it actually is so. I'm a billionaire because I am financially, oh, I can't talk. I've been talking all day. I am financially literate. or I am skinny because I work out, or I am healthy because I am balanced. And this is what I do to be balanced. Tell yourself who you are and why. Give yourself the living proof. Give yourself the social proof of who you are, and you will become her. Because it's not enough to just have the affirmation. It's not enough to just have the mantra. Mantra without inspired action is nothing. It's just a wish. And once you have those 3 reasons, we're going to turn them into I am statements. We are going to decree and we are going to declare who we get to be. So now turn these into I am statements on a new page, okay? New page, not next to anything. Because once you're done creating these I ams, you're going to take a picture of it and you're going to turn it into your screensaver on your phone. Because now you can have multiple screensavers. This is going to be one of them. And when you forget who the F you are, you're going to look at your screensaver. You're going to say, no, you know what? I am a New York Times bestseller. You know what? Here's why. These are my I ams. This is what I decree and declare, and I'm no longer tolerating anything less. When we're done tolerating something, when we give up the things that we've been saying yes to that we wish we were saying no to, we have the space to be the person that we've been wanting to be, that we've been manifesting. Capiche?
Can I ask a question?
You can ask a question. I love it, Marcy. I love your questions.
So let's say someone's IM is they want to become a teacher, right? But they are not very confident. They have stage fright. They can't go up in front of X, Y, and Z and start talking and using their voice. They don't feel like they have their voice. They didn't find their voice, blah, 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 blah. So how does that person, like the buts, like why the doubts, the limiting beliefs, how do those
we
shift?
rewire? Okay.
Like,
So
to
ready?
say
So the I am statement is I am a teacher. I am a confident teacher. Okay. Now you ask yourself, what's the resistance and the limiting beliefs that come up? Okay, let's work with the one where I can't use my voice. Now you're going to say 3 reasons why you can use your voice and how you already are using your voice. Maybe that's speaking up in the Journey with VRD classes. Maybe it's saying no to a friend that asked you to hang out because you're just not in the mood instead of saying yes like you normally would have, right? How are you going to practice using your voice and then embodying that? Does that make sense?
yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Boopity boopity boo. Okay. So here I'm going to do a 40-day challenge in the Secret Society. So the 40-day challenge is this. You're going to write down in the Secret Society so that you're held accountable one thing that you're committed to doing in order to embody this new up-leveled self. So Marcy's going to say, hey, this is an example. She's like, I am a confident teacher. And then for the next 40 days, she's going to write, this is what I did to use my voice. This is what I did to feel confident. Sometimes like even working out makes us feel confident, right? So whatever it is for you, but 40 days. And the motivation is going to be the abundance. Each winner who actually does the 40 days is going to get a check of $25 sent to them. But you have to do it consecutively. There was going to be a giveaway, and I totally forgot to do the challenge. But other than that, that is a shift. That is a rewire. How are you guys feeling?
Great.
Great. What are the takeaways? What are you guys like hell yes from? Desiree, you're on a mute.
It was really good to remember when I was saying, I don't know how. I do actually know how. And I have resources to teach me. And I have people that teach me that I can reach out to at any time. And what was the other? And I don't have the right strategy. I actually do. I already have it written and I have access to Hannah who teaches me more strategies and I know how to use ChatGPT for extras. So, and of course, I literally have everything that I was telling myself I didn't have. So it was literally just the biggest bullshit story. And it was great to just blow that out of the water. So now there's no excuses.
Exactly. That's what happens. We tell ourselves these stupid limiting beliefs that aren't even real. Like the girl who's always like, oh, I'm so broke, I can't do that. Go open your refrigerator. Go tell me how many things you have. I bet you have more than 5 sauces in your fridge. That's abundance. That's abundance right there. Or the person that's like, I never win anything. I just gave a challenge. You do 40 things that embody the person you want to be, you get $25 sent to you. You know what $25 is? It's gas, it's transportation, it's a meal. Like, if you close yourself off, you can't receive. Anybody else have a takeaway?
I do.
Let's go, Nicole.
So I want to be a best-selling author. As you know, we discussed that at Meant for Magic, sorry. So I kept saying, my ADD is stopping me from, sitting down and staying focused. I'm not disciplined enough. But then I realized that that's wrong because I've written like papers for college and I was able like 35-page papers overnight. So that's a limiting belief.
Yes.
And I am able to focus in the morning. It's not for like long periods of time, but if I do it little by little, I think it would add up. And I've already written some. So this is really helpful. I really think
Yes.
this is like opening up my mind to possibilities.
And listen, it's not just a
So,
possibility for you at this point, Nicole. This is inevitable, right? This is what's going to happen because you took the aligned action to get there. I know you a little bit more than everybody else, or that everybody else knows you, but I'm saying this is what you're doing. This is what you're on the trajectory for. This is no longer just something that you're playing with and toying with. This is who you are. This is who you are taking aligned action because, like I said, you could dream up what you want all you want. But if there is no inspired, aligned action, right? If you say, I'm a billionaire, but like don't actually believe it. And remember, it's belief, it's thought plus belief plus action, right? If you're not doing the actual action, this is a joke. Then you're just dreaming. If you're not doing the
right.
action, you can't just speak into existence. You have to actually follow through with the inspired, aligned action, which you're doing. So that's how I know that you are going to be a New York Times bestselling author. That's how I know when your book comes out, I'm buying 50 copies pre-sale.
Yes, they're
Yes.
they're free, actually. No.
Then it's free. So then I'm ordering 50 copies for free.
In the beginning, for you, for whoever supported me, no. I mean, at least, a couple free if I, what, not if, when, right? When. I have to start thinking, I do, that the future thing that you said earlier, that also resonated.
What's the
Like
book
when I'm
called?
manifesting, it's like when. So yeah, that's also helpful, Vivian. Thank you.
You're welcome. Because if we visualize in the future, guess what? Stays in the future. We can never, ever, ever get it. And I explained it in the chat in our book club that we had earlier. By the way, if anybody wants to be part of this book club, it's epic. You have some people in here that could tell you. I just teach the manifestation book over 4 weeks. But anyway,
Okay.
yeah, it's really, really cool. And we have our
Best
next one.
book club ever.
Love you,
Ever.
Sonia. The next one starts, I think, mid-May. But anyway, so this is what happens. You have a child and you take them to an amusement park and you tell your child, most of us will tell our kid, if you get lost, stay still, don't move. Or you'll tell them where, like, stay by the fountain if you get lost, right? Because we know that if we don't tell them that, they're going to go look for us. And what happens if they go look for us? We're going to be looking for them. They're going to be looking for us. And we're going to be chasing our tails, right? We're not going to be able to find each other. So we have to stay still so that our manifestation could come to us. If we're always visualizing our manifestation in the future and we're trying to get there, we're going to be chasing its tail. We're never going to align with it, right? So we have to see it now as if it's happening now. I'm actually going to put the most epic, and some of you might already have this, the most epic, epic, epic guided meditation on this, which will be in the Secret Society membership. Play it every single night. It's a quantum leap. You will go places, accelerate time, and get your manifestation so much quicker than you even know it.
Mm.
And for those that have the link, I hope you're actually doing it because it's incredible.
So for
Anybody?
40,
Yeah.
sorry, for 40 days, we should write how we embodied our future self or our manifestation.
Yes. How you we're not saying future self, how we embody the version of ourselves that we are, right? That we just claimed it. Yeah. And you're going to write it into the chat in order to be eligible for the prize. And then you're also going to be put into a raffle to win a free session with me. So plus the 25. So it's amazing. Anybody else have a takeaway they want to share or a question?
Can you give an
Well, I
example?
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Could you give an example of a 40-day item? I don't understand it.
Who's saying that, Rini?
Rini, yeah, sorry, my
Yes.
thing's.
Okay, no
Oh,
problem. I just like to know who's saying what so that I
oh, I
could
don't know.
like
My
speak
my
to
phone's
you.
charging, so it keeps
No, no,
moving.
it's okay. It's okay. So, okay, let's take the I am rich girl, right? And Eva, I think she's on here somewhere. Did she leave? Oh, there you are, Eva. Every time I say rich, I think of you with where you manifested all those men named Rich. So anyway, let's say you're saying I'm really wealthy, and you are embodying the wealthy you, right? So maybe the wealthy you takes her time with things because she knows that she has all the time in the world, right? So today I'm going to take my time with my morning routine, right? Today I treated myself with a Starbucks. Now, I'm not
But
saying
that
if
has nothing to
you
do with being rich. You're just saying
with
pick something,
wealthy, that and but everybody's wealthy looks different, Rini. So
whatever. But
like
I'm saying for 40 Ds, do something for yourself, you're saying?
that embodies a version of you who's wealthy. So in on May 5th, when we have our next one, well, if you're in the membership, we are going to be doing a whole rewrite. We're going to be rewriting your story. We're going to actually do the reprogramming, the uninstalling of limiting beliefs, more than the 2020 that we did. Like we're going to actually, I'm going to show you how your mind works like a computer and how to install it with any programming that you want in order to be the thing that you are calling in. But like, yeah, so you have to imagine yourself right now, like, okay, if I'm, let's say, the wealthy version of myself, how does she walk? How does she talk? What filters does she put on her ears? What is she listening to? What is she not listening to? Who is she saying yes to? Who's she saying no to? Who's she ignoring, right? And think of actual tangible things. What habits does she have? Maybe the rich girl of you is financially literate. Like you actually know how to spend money and how to save money and how to invest money. So today I'm going to watch a free YouTube video on that and then do
Okay.
it. Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be anything crazy. And Lisa, I'm so happy you're here because I always see you in my DMs. So I'm like, I get so excited when like I get to like hear your voices and not just like see your messages.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What else? Anybody else? Crystal, what was your question?
Well, I felt a little bit silly. So if it's something that I struggle with and I took away was how you said how you start your day and how
Mhm.
that's really important. Obviously, how the rest of the day will pan out. But for me, I have a really hard time with my mornings and getting them started. And I feel like I waste a lot of precious time that I could be maybe achieving my goals. And I don't know, I just wanted like a kind of like hack on
Yeah.
a good way to start your day. Like from the moment you open your eyes, like I've noticed I'm snoozing a little bit too much more than I should be. But I don't keep a negative mindset for the rest of the day. Like once I'm actually out of the door, everything is like the lights are on and but it's just I guess my point is there's like probably 2 hours of time that I could be utilizing towards
So
my
here's a few
goals.
things. Here's a few things. So this gets to be easy. So I'm not going to tell you jump out of bed, put on your favorite song and dance, right?
Yeah.
You want to spend, right? Because you're having a hard time getting out of bed. So I'm not going to tell you
Yeah.
to do that. This gets to be easy and this gets to be fun. So for someone like you, I would say you're already in the secret society. I'm going to put the meditation for you. It's going to be wake up and listen to that meditation. Let that be the first thing you do. You can still get to close your eyes. You still get to be in bed. But now you're utilizing your time actually creating the life that you're stepping into rather than scrolling for hours and then wishing that like you're like, oh, I just wasted so much
That I
time.
went on a walk or a run or something. So yeah, okay. I got it. Okay.
And then so it's a great, great, great. I'll put the meditate. I'm gonna put the meditation in the chat in the Secret Society right after this, so that like you guys
Okay,
can do it tonight.
awesome.
You could do it at night. You could do it in the morning. Doesn't matter when you do it.
Okay, maybe yeah, and that's a good point too. Maybe at night, like that will work on my brain or whatever for the morning even. So, okay, I'm excited.
Yes. Oh my gosh. We spoke about this in like the book club 2 books, 1 book ago, where like what you feed your mind right before you go to sleep and right before you get into a different wavelength is
Yeah.
how you start your day the next day. So just like I said, if you wake up in the morning and you're still thinking about how that asshole cut you off on the street and how your bill is due whenever, right? If you're still thinking about that, you are creating that and bringing those problems into today, right? And especially if you think about it before at night, you're going to wake up in the worst, you're going to be irritable and you're not even going to know why. So before you go to bed, list your I ams that you made today Like I am powerful. Why? Because I use my voice, right? I am but New York best-selling author. Why? Because I already started writing my book. Because I'm showing up for myself, right? These are huge things. Before you go
You're
to sleep,
saying,
Crystal, yeah,
you're saying an I am affirmation is different than an I am manifestation because you add your why?
they're both the same thing.
Because you said affirmations don't really work.
Right, affirmations without believing them and having like proof don't work because you don't believe it. If you don't believe your affirmation is true, then it's not going to work. Let me tell you guys something. Whether you believe something to be true or not true, you're both right. That's the truth for you. Whether you believe that you're a hot mama or just fugly, that will be your reality. You get to choose. And whatever lens you put on, that's how you manifest. What's up, Marcy? I heard you.
Oh, no, I was just like, yeah, belief is everything. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Vivian,
Yeah.
going back to that morning thing, if I say to myself, because I was on her wavelength completely, if I say to myself, like, I'm not a morning person, so that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And then I'm just
Yes.
going to be, instead of saying, I can be a morning person, get up and go walk for 20
No,
minutes.
I am a
Yeah.
morning person. It's
I
just
am.
say I am. Change it, right? We have to shift. We talked about shifting tonight. So it's like, I'm not a morning person. Every single time you say that, your brain is going to find you excuses as to why that's true because your brain always wants to prove you right. So it makes up a reality for you where that happens. But now if you shift and you're like, you know what? I am a morning person. Like you get even play. Maybe just maybe I am a morning person, right? For people who have resistance, we start with maybe just maybe, right? We're opening a little bit of a door, but we're still getting in there the I am, right? Maybe just maybe I am a morning person, right? And for everybody, just like wealth looks different for everyone, a morning person looks different for everyone. So your morning could look like I just lay in bed with my eyes closed and just list off 5 things I'm grateful for. And all of a sudden, I became a morning person that wakes up with gratitude, and now my whole life shifts because gratitude shifts the attitude. So my whole day gets to be a little bit better.
I'm going to do that tomorrow morning.
Yeah. And then you know what? I want you to let me know how that changed. Yeah, Nicole. She's sending you some love, but you know what? Let us know how that changed your day because let me tell you, how you start your day shifts the entire day into your favor. Life gets to be
Can I
easy.
tell everyone? Can I tell
Yeah.
everyone how you helped me change not being a morning person a really long time ago? Because we've
I
known
don't
each other
even know.
forever.
I don't even know. Share it.
I always considered myself to not be a morning person. And I think this was actually even before you were doing this. We might have been doing teacher training together or something. You and I had a nice conversation about, well, what does your morning look like? Like, so you were already doing this before you were doing this. What does your morning look like? And I kind of described my mornings to you, and I'm a slow starter. So we developed this way for, before we got into the first thing you do before you get out of bed, we developed this little practice for me to make sure I got up early enough to sit and have a cup of tea by myself with my thoughts and do a little journaling. Like you and I sat and created this whole little morning routine for me that I still do, that I make sure that I do this long before I have to be anywhere. Because, I know what time I have to be at the studio. I know what time I have to be at work. And it's just smoothed out my whole day. And I am no longer not a morning person. I am a more, I can't think of the word for it, but I'm a more intentional morning person. And you and I had that conversation a long time ago.
I'm so happy that it worked for you. I'm so happy that it worked for you because, like I said, it gets to be easy. Sometimes our excuse is that it's hard. And like, I'm here inviting you to let it be fun. I'm here inviting you to choose for it to be easy because just like we could choose to have a shitty day or the best day, we get to choose how our day gets to be.
Can I ask one more question?
You could ask more than one more. What's up? This is your time.
So let's say we are manifesting money, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're in the mindset, you're abundant, you have 5 sauces in the refrigerator, you're looking for abundant everywhere, right? But then you have bills, then you look at your bank account, then you look at X, Y, and Z, and then all of a sudden the feeling obviously drops. It's like, I get that we can't be in we can't be in the now. We need to be in I get that, but it's really not that easy. Like, you know what I mean?
So I'm going to
Because
ask you this question. How often do you look at your bank account?
daily probably, or
Daily. Daily
maybe
or what?
just to check on it every other day.
Okay. I'm just going to challenge you to look at it once a week.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to challenge you to trust that there's going to be money in there for you, that you get to have your needs met. My bills get paid. And once a week is more than enough. Okay?
I have a question also.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering how to do inspired aligned action. If it's
Yeah.
something not so tangible, if it's something like feel like my day's not always in a rush or just be but like stuff like that. Because the tangible
Okay.
things that I can figure out.
Okay. So let's do that right now. Let's work with one that's not in a rush. Is that okay? Only if you're comfortable with us talking about it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Or like loving, like waking up and like really loving, everything. And
yeah, we could get so much deeper when it's just me and you, but just for the sake of everybody getting something out of this. So let's say you wake up and you're like, I don't want to be okay. So I'm somebody who doesn't rush. What's the opposite of that? Maybe I get to experience my life with ease, grace, and flow. What would you say is the opposite of rush for you?
that.
Ease, grace, and flow. Right. Okay. So you're going to say, okay, I'm somebody who gets to experience my life with ease, grace, and flow. And what does that look like for me? Give me a tangible thing that would look easeful and graceful and flowing for you.
Like sitting and doing nothing the whole morning and sitting outside and listening to the birds, which I could do
Okay.
for 4 hours and then not do anything else that day.
Okay. So first of all, it sounds like you're so burnt out. So there's two things here. If you're burnt out, you're going to give yourself a day for you. And you're going to be like, but I have kids, but I have this, but I have that, right? You're going to have a day for you. You're going to say, honey, I need you to watch the kids today. Or maybe while they're at school, you do a spa day, something that you would never do for yourself because you need a recharge, right? And as mothers, are you a mom?
No.
Okay. As people, we are often only burnt out when we're giving too much, right? We're trying to be too much and we're not delegating. And we talked a little bit about this in our last call. So what you're going to do for you is you're going to okay, small things lead to big things. So for you, you're going to start every morning, 10 minutes being outside or sitting just with your cup of coffee, no phone. You could bring a journal and a pen, but you're going to start with 10 to 15 minutes of this. And as you stretch time for yourself, right? Small things lead to big things. You are going to learn how to show up from a place of ease, grace, and flow because you're going to be in the energy. You're going to start the day. How you start your day shifts everything. It dictates the entire outcome. It dictates what opportunities come your way. It's everything.
Right.
Do you want to commit? You want to commit to 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a morning, just no phone with your coffee, looking out the window or being outside?
Sure. It's also like I thank God like I have great things in my life. I love it. But I can't even stop. I can't even enjoy it because the second you stop to enjoy something, it's like, like you just can't.
So here's my things. One, try it before you tell me you can't. First, just do the 10 minutes. Did you do the 10 minutes today?
No.
No. So I want you to try it and then talk to me. Second of all, let's do a one-on-one. Go into the membership. I'll email you your link and you get a free one-on-one session with me and we'll actually make a routine that works.
10 minutes. Sounds good.
Who else?
I have a question. Does your morning routine has nothing to do with my manifestation, but you're saying get into a good morning routine and then that sets up your day?
Sets up your day. And listen, your morning routine is going to look different than Michelle's morning routine.
Right.
Not everybody's the same. Also, some people like me, I need an hour in the morning, okay? Because all the people in book club know how psycho I am about my things that I do, my routine, and that's very important to me. However, I have clients whose morning routine is 5 minutes. They sit, they close their eyes. What is my 5 things that I'm grateful, my 3 to 5 things that I'm grateful for today? I'm going to surround myself with my energy condom that we spoke about and in our book club, and then we're going to go forward, right? Like that's it. That's their morning routine. They set their intention and they're good. Everybody's going to be looking different.
For 40 days, you're saying do this, or this is just for the rest of your life?
This is for the challenge. The 40
Oh.
days is just for the Secret Society challenge. If you're in the challenge, do it for 40 days. It creates a habit. That's why I say 40 days. And then it becomes more natural to you. And then you can win $25.
Okay.
And then you can win money and be abundant. You could save $555 and get a free session. Any more questions?
Mine. I joined the membership.
Who's there? Who's talking?
Desiree. I joined the membership. So I'm
Hell yes.
I'm so excited.
Hell yes. I'm going to be emailing you your code. I'm going to add you to the chat. It's on Facebook, and you're going to get the recording of this so that you could rewatch. And you are also going to get the meditation that's going to transform your life.
I'm so excited for all of it.
For all of it.
I already know it. I already feel it.
So you already won. And you're going to write in the chat every day, you're going to write what your thing is. That's how you enter. That's how you enter to win the 25. And there's going to be so many more challenges. And there's going to be so many, you're entered to win the spot on the 6-week manifestation mastery course. Yeah, Desiree. Love it. Anybody else have any last questions? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, well, that's it. If you have any questions that you think of later, which I'm sure you will, you could direct message me on Instagram, and I'm happy to help.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much for this.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Love you.